that the butcher's right here. So on top of it being that he does bonus damage, he now also gets the benefit of having a passive orb that hunts me down periodically, assist him.
I need time to prepare that.
Which means that I can't naturally run around him super easily because that orb will fuck me up.
I need time to prepare.
I thought that this was very interesting that you get a butcher in Nightmare Dungeon.
I need time to prepare. I'm not ready yet. I need time to prepare that.
We're running out of mana and health potions super fast because I think more than anything the passive of this orb that keeps on spawning and hunting me is fucking me up the most. Because it means that I can't literally sit here and circle around him.
I'm not ready yet.
Because it's literally like slowing me.
I'm not ready yet.
So if we could actually, there's our last break-in.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not
We
ready
need
yet.
the freaking fire. Move, dude! What are you doing?
I'm not ready yet.
We're dead. God damn it. Literally, we should have gotten out of that room. Hey. If that passive of freaking the orb didn't exist, we could have easily gotten that. That sucks. Like, it's literally just the orb's fault. Because had he just been by himself, easy money. I don't fear the butcher anymore, just because, like, even though it's a long battle, it's not necessarily a hard one. Yeah. We're doing some.
My friends were cut down. I won't last on my own.
We're doing some micro dungeons. Well, my girlfriend freaking wakes up.
I can't take anymore.
Yeah, see the orb does like shadow damage or something. I don't know what it is, but it's super cool.
I'm not ready yet.
Thank you, Wanderer.
Let's see. Drifting and explodes nightmare field
I think I can manage from here.
and creates and dazes its victims. Okay, boots and a helmet. 16.7, 16.7. Damaging an elite grants you a barrier. Yeah, we're gonna keep with this. And your lucky hit chance increases by 17 when you have a barrier. After teleporting, that's pretty good. Yeah. I don't think that there's gonna be another another butcher. I highly doubt that there will be.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
Just because I don't think I've ever seen two butchers into the same dungeon.
I'm not ready
But
yet.
I thought that it was very interesting that there was a butcher in this.
I need time to prepare that.
It might be that because they are nightmare dungeons that they're actually encouraged, or like there's a higher chance of the butcher spawning. Because like, you know, if you are doing a nightmare dungeon, then like obviously you're somebody, right? So, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. So obviously we didn't do this area over here, so that's where the next two are gonna be. Why did we get hung up on that? Doesn't make sense. But yeah, we're just playing. I think this will probably be the last one that we do. We'll do like one more. But yeah, we already did our first dungeon, and that was actually really, really easy. I was surprised. I thought that it was gonna be like really hard, but it wasn't.
I need time to prepare that. I'm not ready.
The only annoying thing is the things that chase after you, but this one's actually pretty tame compared to the last one, which was exploding every single time that you kill an enemy.
I need time.
But I think that because this one is a slow orb that you more people dismiss it, thinking that it's not so bad. But in reality, it's like a
I need time.
sleeper. And the AoE of it is super freaking.
I'm not ready yet.
Super freaking big.
I need time to prepare that. I'm not ready yet.
Okay, now we just need to do one more. So there obviously is somewhere in here at the beginning that there was a idol. It must be that the end of the dungeon loot is what people really come for. Everything else is just like a bonus. Because like there's not really any more or less loot than what you would normally get.
I'm not ready yet.
It's like a normal sort of dungeon.
I'm not ready yet.
But yeah, that sucks. I wish that we had got the butcher there. But this freaking, if the pool wasn't so big, then I think that we could have done it. But the fact that it's such a big AoE for it, like it, I don't know. Okay. Frozen orb stays in place after reaching its destination and explodes 2 more times. I wonder if that works with the passive as well.
I need time to prepare that.
Because I only use Frozen Orb as my passive auto. So if it does, then that's great. But if not,
I need time to prepare that.
It's kind of a waste.
I'm not ready yet.
Maybe it would have been easier to have the other one, because once you like end up killing everybody in the room, that passive doesn't really take hold over anything. As opposed to this passive, which is regardless of there being enemies or you killing anything, this will always be here to hunt you.
I'm not ready yet.
This guy's like really strong for whatever reason. I want to see how close we are to the final door before we go ahead and take that.
I'm not ready yet.
No, I don't think that we're close at all.
Any time to prepare.
Okay. Why were these guys out? I was about to say, why were these guys broken? Partially damaged, but it's because they were in a room with a trap and they were standing right over the trap. This is actually really bad. Because that little pass thing was...
Any time. I'm not ready yet.
As you can see, it's not really a thing of like me worrying about dying. Save that one, literally die.
I'm not ready yet.
This is significantly more loot than I had the last nightmare dungeon.
I need time.
Don't think that I usually need a match build.
I need time. I'm not ready yet.
There is a specific ward that I do want though that I just unlocked the potential for. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
I need more time. I'm not ready yet.
This could be like the fastest broken solo clear of this. Had it
I'm not ready yet.
actually landed all my abilities on one guy.
I'm not ready yet.
I mean, it's still pretty fast, right?
I need time to prepare that.
I want a specific lift, but I don't know if it's going to drop.
I'm not ready yet.
I don't.
My bags are full.
Okay. Can we actually drop? Okay, I'll drop this. Anything like under 10k will drop. Okay. You actually don't have to pick up the orange because they should teleport back to your area. I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and like sell all this stuff and then take the portal back to that area. We'll see here in a second. It did not update my stuff. So
Sometimes the best defense is a stronger offense. Let's get you offensive. This will do nicely. I'll take it off your hands.
okay, let's go back because it did not update it. So I'm guessing that freaking expects us to go back to get that shit. If not, then okay. But it should, unless you touch it. Maybe it's because I touched it. But if you don't like touch it at all, try and attempt to pick it up, it'll automatically go into your stuff.
Sometimes the best defense is a stronger offense. Let's get you offensive.
Meteorites, chain lightning, but we don't do lightning, we don't do hydrate either. Nimble staff. We're gonna go ahead and destroy this stuff because it's not got particularly good. Actually, it's got pretty good stuff on it. Lucky hit up to almost a perfect roll. 26 damage to stunned. Ultimate skill damage 17 is low, and then 32. But we don't have this one yet, so we're gonna go ahead and destroy that. Okay, let's see. 2 ranks of firewall, which we don't need whatsoever. Dodge chances of 4% to close enemies. And willpower 30%. Oh, but this gave us 2 ranks of blizzard. That's why this was good. Yeah. We might just upgrade this.
Here's a good one.
Hey, did you actually WALK them?
Yes. Yes. Cause that too, the blizzard really helps. What's up? What's up, Jay? I saw that you were online and then you got offline. I don't think that we're doing lightning or
Greetings. How shall I guide my hammer?
Hydra, so that's a perfect roll though. Oh no, we want it to be a lesser. So that's a perfect roll. That's also a perfect roll. Wow. Okay, let's see what this is. 56% damage. Okay. Almost a perfect roll there. This could be really good. Yeah, I had to make some tea. Nice. What type of tea are you drinking? Trying to do some Gathering Legion event stuff together? Yeah, we could do that. But I don't know when the next Legion thing is. There is a world boss in 30 minutes, so I might stay on for that. The Darkened Way? What the hell is that? Starts in 18 minutes? What? On 26 minutes. Oh, you're talking about the next Legion event? Starts in 18 minutes? The Darkened. What is the Darkened Way? The Darkened Way is a captivating and energetic part of Act 1 main quest. Invited you to their world. Sure, yeah, we can go ahead and unavailable. Oh, because you don't have that. You're already on Act 3? God damn. Okay. Right. I can teleport over to the city so that frickin' you can just start the Act 3 campaign. And we can do the Act 3 stuff. Alright, you can teleport to me. I actually need to put some of this stuff away before we start, but that's okay. I want to grind for better gear. Yeah. Oh, and webs. Okay. We can do whatever you want. I just know that in 20 minutes, I'm gonna go and do the world boss. So, I can like, we can do something for 10 minutes and then you can do your world boss here and then I'll do my world boss in my world. Cause you're on world tier 1, which is a lot like smaller loot than mine. So we have to start comparing some of the stuff that we have in here. I have to like off stream maybe look at some of the stuff that we're carrying, because we have a bunch of stuff here that is starting to collect for no reason. Alright, what's the best dungeon? There's all sorts of dungeons really. There's not really like a best dungeon, I don't think, unless you're like trying to grind for something specific. And then there's dungeons that are like more likely to drop you that thing, but I'm not sure on like what it is that you're hunting. Well, we can do any sort of dungeon that you want. I'll help you with it. Oh, that's actually a pretty good helmet right there. You should put items on little things in your slot. Like jewels, because jewels will give you like bonus stuff.
I cannot do that here.
For rogue equipment, you can look, so like some of these dungeons with the chests on them will have rewards for, like this one right here. Your grenade skills will count as a trap skill whenever you arm a trap. So, or this one, flurry damage enemies in circles around you 8 times the damage. So like this one right here might be worth going to get because it is a specific enchantment that you can use for your class. So here, I'll run up to it real
I
quick.
cannot do that here.
Okay, we got 20 minutes. We should be able to do this in like 10. But basically what you want to do is go for dungeons that relate to your specific class. And then that way if you ever choose to actually do anything with that specific class, then you already have something there. So here you can teleport to me if you want, because I'm already here. And we can do this dungeon. So like this dungeon has the aspect of encircling blades, which I'm pretty sure Flurry is a very popular rogue thing, so. And then explosive is also but this will give you an aspect that you can imprint on your gear. So once you're done with this, you'll always have that, and you'll be able to put it on your gear as many times as you want, as long as you have the materials for it. So that's why they like have certain ones around the world that are specific to your class.
I'm not ready yet.
It is so interesting that I get freaking stuff in your world.
I'm not ready yet.
But yeah, I love playing Rogue. I think Rogue is like really, really fun. Because it's just like stupid powerful.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
We might be... we might crush this
I'm not ready yet.
within 5 minutes. But yeah, if you're trying to grind for gear and stuff, you should, for dungeons at least, you should try and go and do all the rogue dungeons.
I'm not ready yet.
And then after that, you can start to like look up specific things that you want.
I'm not ready yet.
You're a saint.
But there's not really such thing as a bad dungeon,
I'm not ready yet.
especially since you're so new. Doing any sort of dungeons or anything like that, clearing any like cellars will just help you in your
I'm
world.
not ready yet.
In your world reputation. So yeah.
Any time.
Which will give you like free perks and more stuff.
not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I need time. I'm not ready yet.
Yes, sir. Yes, there he is. I've been the one blindfolded in Kag's store for a week. What?
Time.
Kinky, kinky.
I need time to prepare that.
Yeah, we just did a nightmare dungeon where we had the butcher spawn in, and because of the passives that come about with doing nightmare dungeons of like something that happens every couple seconds, we couldn't take on the butcher by ourselves. Bad dungeon.
I need time to prepare that.
Yeah.
I need time to prepare that.
I'm about to sign off. If you need anything, let me know. Alright. There is a world boss about to happen if you want to go ahead and join us. I think it's in 12 minutes, yeah.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
Does Duck not give a fuck about politics? Oh yeah, I want to join. Alright.
I need time to prepare that. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
Oh wait, I ducked your thing. I was making a random.
I need time to prepare that. I'm not ready yet. I need time to prepare that. I need time to prepare that.
Nice, so now you should have the new enchanting aspect, and then you can put that on any gear that you want. So I think we'll literally do the world boss and I'm gonna get off because I wasn't even supposed to be streaming today. Didn't get it? Oh no. It's something that literally you have to go to the occultist for. So it's not like a physical item. So now you can like come over here and then you can enchant something, so you'll be here and these things here, like you can see it down here. Hold on, these ones. So these are now here and you can permanently do them. So you can imprint this as many times as you want.
Father
But just make sure that you're doing it with your own gear. Like it has to be it has to be rogue specific. If it does like necro or whatever, then you're not gonna really benefit from having it. Go for jewelry because you can change jewelry way less than armor. Yeah. In the initial. Good advice, good advice.
I got furs. Skin. I'll take it.
I have so many things in here that I need to like look at. Like all of this and decide. Invite me, Mr. I'm not supposed to be on stream. Invite to the party. There you go. Oh, this is world tier 1 though. So Jay, here, I'll go over to it, and then Tank and I will go back to my world. That way freaking we can go ahead and oh yeah. We'll portal you over there and then we'll go over to the tier world 3 so that we can get our gear. Because we'll be doing ourselves a disservice if we do it on world tier 1. After the world boss, I'm gonna mess around with my skill tree. You get future dope gear. Yeah. Alright, Jay, you're gonna have to, it's over here, but you're gonna have to do this one on your world by yourself. We won't be here because we need to go ahead and do it on our own. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave the party and then go back to my world. Yeah. And then I'll invite Tank. Cause I don't think Jay, I don't think you'll live even like a single strike in World Tier 3. So yeah. I think you would get like one-shotted with even like a basic freaking ability. And also you wouldn't be able to use any of the gear for like a long time. Even now, going at a world boss, I think you're supposed to be level 50 is the lowest. So you might get some stuff that you can't even use. But it's still really good experience. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do this and then literally like call it a day. But yeah, we've done 2 nightmare dungeons. The second nightmare dungeon, we actually got a butcher in it. So who you helping? 31 tier 3 world boss. One shot for sure, yeah. Jay is a little Jay is a viewer on YouTube. So I was helping him out with his world. And then I'm going on a date with my girlfriend today. We're going to have some nice brunchies. Which I should probably call her to make sure that she actually gets up. Because she is a sleepy bear. Hi Jay was a friend of mine in Michigan way back in the day. Let's see. Hello? Good afternoon, my love. Are you getting up to take a shower so that we can go on our date?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Are we gonna go in the original restaurant, or are we going to a different one and walking around?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
It's up to you.
Don't make it up to me.
Okay, so here's the thing. We can go and do lunch, and then we can go and possibly come back over here and go to the movie. Because that'll be like quick and easy. Or we can spend the time going and walking around. Finding somewhere to eat and then continuing to walk around to see what else is there. For future endeavors.
I'm confused.
So we can go and get brunch.
My question is, how hot is it today?
It's pretty okay over here, but that doesn't mean that in that area it's not freaking blazing hot, you know?
Ugh.
So you're gonna have to look up the weather in that area. Just ask Google, what's the weather like in
You've doomed yourself already.
in Little India?
It's not in Little India.
Oh. Haji Lane, wherever.
Are you streaming?
Yes, I am. While I waited for you. It's always hot in Mississippi. This is a different type of hot though. It's like Florida hot, where it's like humid and hot. Like a wet, hot mop is constantly over you. Whoa. I don't think I have any emails that are custom like that.
Greetings.
Hello.
Yeah, I don't have any. Alright, here it goes. 30 seconds.
Sorry. You are courting pain and death.
I went back to Kentucky. I went back to K because it was cold over here. K. Guild invite, please. Sure. Oh, I actually really like this world boss. I think it's quite easy to kill.
Need time to prepare that.
We're actually melting this guy pretty fast on World Tier 3.
Need time to prepare that. I need time to do that. I need more time. I'm not ready yet.
Are you falling asleep?
I'm not ready yet. I need more time.
You wanna just have lunch over here?
Time to prepare that.
Okay, and then we'll go. Okay. When's the next time that you're like free during the week? Because I feel like that's the best time to go and get lunch. Because then like they have everything in stock. There's not a lot of people are actually going out to have.
I'm not ready yet.
Like, when's the next time during the week that you would be free? Or like the next time that you want to work from home.
I'm not ready yet.
But like you can pull your laptop. You wanna go? We can try and do Wednesday.
I need time to prepare that. I need time to prepare that.
Is it you just gonna come over here? You just gonna come over here? Or I think
I'm not ready yet.
Urban Cafe does a good brunch as well. Oh yeah, Urban, I know.
I'm not ready yet. I need time to prepare that.
Or we could go somewhere like there was a place on that that thing yesterday that was like at Upper Johnson.
I need more time.
At where? Oh, okay. I guess that's where we're going since you're not anywhere near ready to go out.
I need time.
I can ask my mom if she wants to go with us. Alright.
I
A
appreciate
grand
that.
cache. Why do I keep on
Thank
getting
you.
daggers?
Thanks.
Yep. Thank you.
You are courting pain. Wait. I
Thank
appreciate that.
Thank you.
We can definitely go down here. Alright. Well, I guess that's what we'll do then.
I can bring the doggy.
To where?
Urban hideout.
Urban hideout? Okay. Yeah, we can. I'll ask my mom if she wants to go with us. That way it's like easier for the dogs and they're not freaking out as much. Because I don't know if they're gonna be so good with just the two of us. Alright. Okay, when should I call you to wake you up again? Mm.
And lost. And found.
Okay, let's see. One additional Hydra. Shattered. Ban. Explosive from shattering key. Passive. Increases if enemies die while frozen. Okay. Okay, I'll call you at 2.
Okay.
Okay. I love you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. I need to go ahead and... Oh yeah. Resistance to all elements. Let's go. Tank, are you gonna get off now? Okay, I'm pulling your guy card. What? Look, everyone knows. Did you do the smoochies on your phone? Yes, I did, and I'm happy to do it. Okay. Every true man is never, every man that's worth his own weight is never afraid to be affectionate towards his girlfriend or wife. Should never be afraid to be affectionate toward the people that you care for. I learned that a long time ago. No, I'm gonna be on for a while. Alright. Well, I've got the Nightmare Dungeon stuff that we can do together if you want. If you want to do some... Can you do cooperative Nightmare Dungeon? I think you can, right? When? I don't know, like right now? We're not gonna go until 2 and it's already... I'm not gonna call her until 2. And then it takes her at least 30 minutes to get over here, so that's like 2:30, 3 o'clock. So I'm gonna be on for the next 2 hours at least. Alright. Let's see. What is my next... I have like so many of them in Hazir. Dry Steeps and Fractured Peaks. Fractured Peaks, okay, let's see. Where's this? Kyrgyzstan. Put that there. Hazir. Kyrgyzstan. Alright. Dry Steeps. Commodore Temple. So, Dry Steeps. I'm on mic cause fuck typing. Okay, gotcha. Oh shit. Alright. Alright.
What up, man?
What's up? Alright. Let's go. I have one for...
Oh, I gotta hit mute on stream so you don't hear yourself. That's obnoxious.
Yeah. It's alright.
Alright,
So
go
it's
ahead.
a tier 2
And
at
I have a
Kumador
couple
Temple.
too.
Okay, do you have
Okay,
any in
let's
this
go.
region?
No.
Okay.
Do you have all your waypoints though, right?
Yeah.
Ooh. You held out doing your strongholds too, huh?
Yeah, I haven't done any of them. So we can do whatever.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Just
I'm
whatever
trying
dungeon you want to do. Yeah.
trying to find it right now.
If you just click on it, it puts like a little horn on the dungeon so you'll know which one it is.
That's true if I use it. Okay, right there.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yep. My mic isn't too loud, is it?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I cannot do that here.
Yeah, because this is the one that I made for the seasonal character, so I haven't done any of the strongholds. Actually,
Wait, let me
I
get
think
to the dungeon. Let me adjust my sound because my game sounds way too high.
okay, no problem. I think I've done like one stronghold,
I'm not ready yet.
and that was because like there was a freaking there is a stronghold there.
Can you do that little smoochy thing you did for your girlfriend so I can test my sound? No, I'm just playing. Can you just talk for a second? Okay, that's better. I was worried master volume would control the actual like dialogue volume. You know,
Oh
but
yeah,
it doesn't,
yeah.
so.
I think party chat has like a specific thing too.
Yeah, and I was so happy I found that. Like, I can't do that right now. You can disable that 100%.
Yeah.
I like this dungeon too.
Yeah, this is a good dungeon. I like it. There's some dungeons that are like really bad. I'm like, it's more of a chore than anything. Just melting. That's why I was like,
Not gonna
I
be
don't
good.
know if nightmare dungeons you're able to do them with multiple people, because if you have like multiple people that are just halfway decent, you can pretty much melt any.
Yeah, and you get good gear too.
Yeah, so you could like literally farm
I have a
all
tier
day.
16 dungeon if you want to do that one.
A tier 16.
Yes, sir.
Damn. I don't think that. I think. Let's see.
I accidentally put it up way too high when I was trying to craft it, and I crafted like a way too high one.
Yeah, we can go and try and do that. The most that I
We're gonna
have
die
is tier
probably.
1 or 2. Is that what
Oh,
you're?
dude, we both have exploding spells. This is not gonna go well for them.
Is that where you were trying to do your clan stuff and you were upset because everyone was supposed to be like working together to do nightmare dungeons or something?
No, they just disappeared. Like I don't mind if I'm running solo,
Yeah.
right? Like I don't mind it at all. It's just
Any time to prepare that.
they sold me on the whole we're active,
Yeah.
you know, we're
That's
social,
my
like
whole
they're
thing
nice
is-
people.
Yeah. I like
But
it
it's,
when it's social too, but just I don't mind like being solo as well. Just because like I'm so used to playing solo because there's not a lot
Yeah,
of like,
I'm not
English
looking for a free
people.
ride. You know how some people join guilds just to get run through dungeons and level up
Oh,
fast
yeah,
and
yeah,
shit?
yeah.
I'm not looking for that. I'll do it for other people though, no problem.
Yeah.
But
Any time.
I always feel like a punk.
I'm not ready yet.
Yeah.
I feel like whenever they come back, they're like slightly weaker than they were before.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, even like there's been guys that have spawned and I'm like, okay, this guy's a fucking tank and it's gonna take forever to do it. And then the second time it comes in and it's like I have 2-shot on him. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, sometimes your spells proc pretty hard though with the sorcerer.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like you'll get like random explodes.
Especially since I took all the lucky hit that I can, which freaking helps out a ton.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, knowing what I know now, I want to re-roll my store
Yeah,
on the regular server, you know?
yeah. Well, I literally chose Sorcerer because at the beginning of the season it was like the weakest class, and I was like, okay, let me just go ahead and not the
Yeah, I
weakest
thought it would help me
overall,
learn the
but-
game.
but like just the hardest to freaking actually get up in a way.
I thought it would be easier, like it would help me learn the game, like how to kite and
Oh yeah.
yeah, but with the frost sword you just stand still and hit like your frost.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
trying to go about playing it Sorcerer in a fun way, but then just I want to be a fire mage, but the fire mage is just so fucking weak.
Right now, the frost mage is getting massive buffs. I think next week.
Yeah, but that's why I'm like the fire stuff is just a classic. Like when you think of mage, you think of like fire and freaking. It's not good. Like even the uniques that are for fire,
I know, and that
It's
snake
just-
spell is so dope looking too.
yeah, the Hydra.
Yeah, it's so
And
cool.
this
Not even the
guy.
Hydra, the snake
Oh, yeah,
coil when it
ultimate
wraps
ability.
around.
Yeah.
Ah, it's just so cool looking.
Whoever did the animation for that did really good. Because they could have definitely
just doesn't
made
work,
just like
though.
a cheap like attempt at it, but they actually took the time to make it really cool.
Any time to prepare.
Yeah, I see people here in Asia using it all the time, and I'm like, dude, why? Why are you?
Yeah, it's used a lot here too.
Why are you using like the weakest form of your abilities? Like if you got a piece of equipment that like gave it to you for free and you didn't have any other ability, then sure.
Yeah,
But like you're just
there
doing
is
yourself
like
a
the Hydra
disservice.
itself. Later in game, there's an ability that'll give you like more heads on your Hydra, and then you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
like a
yeah.
big percentage to throw out 2 for 1, so you get 2 Hydras at once.
Yeah, I think I have like 3 or 4 pieces of gear that give you a bonus of like 3 extra heads or something like that.
And that's money. Like that works
Yeah.
really well. I've seen people using that really well. So
But the thing is it gives you 3 additional heads, but at the cost of doing like 30 or 40% less effective with every additional head.
oh,
Yeah, it used to be where it would just add heads, and that was really good. But now they've balanced it where it actually lessens the damage for each additional head.
Hold on one
'Cause
second. Don't go forward. I've been trying to do this. My sound's still a little too loud.
it's
You have a
been, like-
voice that is so monotone, almost. No inflection. You're like, oh
Yeah.
no, a comet's coming. Comet's on its way.
I literally, my dad was telling me that the other day. He's like, you have like, you're always
My
so
son's
chill.
the same way.
And I'm like,
Yeah, it doesn't bug me. My son has the same attitude. Like when he's
like-
mad, he's just like, I am so mad right now. It's like, dude, inflect your voice then. For fuck's sake.
I can
It's okay.
get like a little bit more energetic, but I think it's just because like the meds that I'm on, and then
Oh.
I've just always
That'll
been
do it.
like a more chill guy, anyways. So
Yeah, not me. I'm very animated, very stupid. Everybody says that I'm over emotional, and I always thought that was dumb.
I don't think that there's really such a thing. Like unless you're like needing to be medicated because like you literally cannot regulate your emotions, then that's a different thing.
You know, when I did like my, I trained a little bit in psychology because I want to become a therapist and a counselor.
Yeah.
And it turns out that that's the number one thing people say to people to discredit them. Like abusers always say that.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like the number one thing, even over liar, which has surprised me because when people call you a liar, it's so that nobody believes you when you speak up.
Yeah.
So I thought that'd be number one, but it's actually over emotional or weak or dramatic, or you're looking, you know, it's so they feel better about what they're doing.
Oh yeah.
It's really interesting. Like the psychology of like abuse fascinates me. I don't know why.
Definitely.
You can't really help people if you don't know what the F is up.
Yeah. That's the
Oh,
thing though.
this side, I see it now.
Yeah. That's the thing though, is that like there's a lot of people that are freaking, they think that because I talk the way that I am, that I'm not like empathetic or sympathetic towards whatever it is that they're doing. And like if it's
Oh, no.
stupid stuff, then I'm like, okay, yeah, it doesn't really matter what you're talking about right now. Like, oh, you know, like classic drama, like, oh, you know, Brittany did this to me and like it was so bad. I'm like, okay, no one cares. But like,
Yeah, I know
if
what you
it's
mean.
like I lost someone today or whatever, I'm like, oh, that's real hard. Like, you know, like I will be here. if
Yeah,
you
and they're like,
talk.
oh, yeah, thanks, asshole. Like,
But
because your voice,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
gotta suck. Yeah, I know what you
Like
mean.
people
My
know,
son's
like,
the same
once
way.
you actually
Yeah.
talk to me and you're like, oh, he actually genuinely cares. And like another thing is I have like a really, really good memory. So if you tell me something, I'll actually take the time to remember it if I deem it important. Or like,
Dude,
if
I'm pretty good. I'm still trapped with that stuff, but for some reason, I think once I got older, names and dates, holy shit, dude. If somebody offered me $1 million to remember somebody's name I just met, I'm
Yeah.
gonna forget it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna forget it.
Well, they say.
And I mean no harm.
Yeah, my dad's the same way. He'll be like, literally, like, if he meets you, shakes your hand, and like spends a day with you doing something, he'll remember you. But if he just like, you're passing and it's like a Christmas party or something like that, and you're like, oh,
Yeah,
this is my
I
friend,
can't
and it's
remember.
like you go around the room and you come back and it's like, what's your name again?
Yep.
But
That's how I am.
they say the trick is to like make a joke or explain something or assign some sort of emotional connection with that person's name.
I had a
and then
friend who
you'll
would
be able
make
to do
rhymes and
that.
shit. Like to remember shit, he would make
Yeah.
rhymes all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
I used to do that
like
in,
little
my
rap
middle
songs.
school.
It's funny. I think I've seen that in a movie once too.
Yeah. But yeah, like dates and that sort of thing. Like my girlfriend's always like, okay, you need to remember this. I'm like, okay, gotcha. Or my parents will be the same way. They're like, remember that we have to pay taxes at this time. I'm like, okay.
That's crazy. I didn't even remember my girlfriend's birthday for like 15 years.
That's also another thing though, like I feel like as a dad it's just kind of your job to eventually start to like
Forget everything.
forget your
Yeah.
wife's birthday or your anniversary
Yeah.
or your kid's birthday or when they graduate.
Totally.
Like
And my
literally,
favorite
I'm-
move is like, she's like, oh my god, how can you keep forgetting? I'm like, I was an abused child. And she's like, wait, I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, now you feel guilty.
Literally, like my dad has done that multiple times. I'm like, I'm your first son. He's like, yeah, but like, you know, it's not my birthday, so it's your job to remember your birthday. I'm like, okay, thanks.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is with that.
And like
I'm
my
working
dad's
on it
birthday
though.
is literally in the same month as mine, so I'm like, come on, man, like, literally, it's the same.
Okay, I'm being straight with you. This is way too easy.
Yeah.
We gotta go up. I feel guilty about that one.
My bags are full.
Yep, that was definitely
Yeah.
a little.
That's okay.
That was a bit too easy.
I got a good crossbow out of it though.
That's good.
Triggered an explosion around your skull. What the fuck?
Okay,
I might say that. Okay.
I need to go, and then I'm gonna pick up all this stuff again.
Yeah, and I have so many mats for crafting
Yeah.
dungeons too. So whatever you want to do, let me know.
Well, we just
It's
did
out
one
of this
mine,
world how
so
many mats I
We
have.
can do one of yours now, cause I've got.
I think I got a
bunch of
6. You want to
stuff.
try a tier 6?
Yeah, that was a tier 2, I think. So.
Oh,
I think
jeez.
that,
Okay.
if we melted
Alright, let me
the
just go
inboss
craft
like
one.
that-
Let me
yeah,
just go craft one.
I think tier 6.
Yeah, it's much
should
better
be
talking to
okay.
you on the mic than it is chatting.
Yeah.
'Cause I suck
should
at
be a
spelling, dude.
delay. There should be also like a partial delay from like what's happening on the stream too.
Yeah, and you can't read, like, and I can't type, so it's like we don't work together.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, literally. It must have sucked when like you and my dad were going to school and my parents were going to school, like having people that were like dyslexic or just didn't know how to
I
like,
am.
read or whatever.
I'm
It's
so
like,
dyslexic, I read numbers backwards.
it's just like, why can't you do this? It's like, are you retarded? And
Yep.
it's like, no, like I literally have something that makes it
Yep,
really
I have
hard for me.
severe ADD and dyslexia, both of them. And like nobody, I was never like diagnosed or anything. I wasn't until I was 36 was I diagnosed with it.
Yeah. My
So-
dad thinks that he has ADD and or ADHD. And
That's
he's
what I
like-
have, yeah.
He's like, you guys both have it as well, like my brother and I. But also with
Probably.
that, I've been diagnosed with it, and I think my brother has ADD. But literally, there's a unique thing about it with my dad and I, where we're, even though we can't concentrate on like a lot of things if we're not genuinely interested in the thing that we're doing, if we become interested in it, we become like hyper focused on it, which is really interesting.
I'm obsessive like that. I call it being I'm obsessed about what I like.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's a good quality when it comes to like learning an instrument or being good at a new job or something like that.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
when it comes to games, I just fixate, and I gotta learn how to throw that out. Like, I have to literally make myself give a shit about what my girlfriend's talking about. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, no.
Do you know what I mean?
does. Well, video games actually
Like, she'll be
have,
explaining to me. It's like, you know, I have to handle all these order receipts for Starbucks because the whole East Coast needs the shipping orders, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
but I have to. You have to care because
Yeah,
you know she's awesome. You know?
it's her world, and like that's something that is important.
And I
to her,
mean no
and
harm
you
by
have
it, but
to-
oh my god. I have to like make myself
Live well,
focus
my
in. It's
friend.
something I've learned to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal. We can do an ancestral, which is a tier 25 to 21 to 25.
Okay.
Want to try it?
I mean, sure. I would go ahead and make sure that all your stuff is up to tip-top shape.
Oh, you think we're gonna die?
I mean, that's 250 times the difficulty that we were just doing, so...
Okay, so what about... Okay, so tier, what, 15?
Let's do that, and if that's still easy for us, then we can go to the 25.
Alright, I just made it tier 15. Let's see.
Also, we could go into your world if you're lagging on mine. I don't know if it's bad.
Nah, I'm fine. I got pretty good internet.
All the
Yeah.
crying and worry of ghouls
Okay, yeah, I got a tier 14. I'm
carrying
gonna...
on fires.
Okay.
Let's have some compassion.
That was the same one that we just did.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No, it's... Is it? Okay, well, at least we'll know.
Yeah. We'll know to go to the
Sorry.
bottom bit there.
I wasn't,
It's fine.
looking at names.
I'm all good with that. I like that dungeon, so...
Yeah, the design is next level.
There's like 3 or 4
Have you,
dungeons in here that I'm like, these are really good. Like, someone actually took the time to do this. And then there's other ones where I'm
Yeah,
like, okay, this is clearly AI generated of like using the same resources and just...
Recycled backgrounds
Yeah.
and shit. Yeah.
That's why my dad doesn't want to get into this game. He's like, I can tell when something's been recycled
cannot do
and it
that
just
here.
pisses me off. I'm like, okay, but then you also play Skyrim and
Oh,
that's
that
literally like
game.
copy and paste for like 90% of the game. He's like, yeah, but like the enemies are unique. I'm like, okay.
pop a potion too if you want like double XP or XP.
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm curious about Baldur's Gate 3. I've been doing a lot of research on it. I'm really curious about that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole dice aspect really intrigues me.
Yeah, it's a lot
And you
more
can
like
co-op like it's
traditional.
a D&D thing.
Yeah. I think that's essentially what Lucky Hit is like playing
What the fuck is that?
let's see. Stormwrath chases the players around, releasing deadly pulses. Monster. I have no idea what this is.
Okay, well, we're gonna find out. Man, it's probably gonna be bad.
It might be the thing that like teleports to us and like releases like an explosion. Oh yeah, it is. It's moving with us. Hold on, I'm gonna
Okay.
sit here. Oh yeah. Yep, that's what it does. It will follow us around and literally explode when it gets close enough to you.
Dude.
Be careful because the radius is like 3 times the size of it.
Okay, this is a little better.
Yeah.
I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, I think that thing's hurting me more than the bad guys.
Yeah. That's what I literally got the dungeon and I had the freaking passive that was hunting me do more damage than the butcher was, and it was only because it was an AoE like swamp pile that it was slowing me and damaging me passively in a small like single man room. I was like, this is the only reason I lost to the butcher.
Yeah, next time I'll read like the conditions of the dungeon. That was my fault.
It's alright. It's a learning curve. I didn't know what it was and you didn't know what it was, so I was like, okay.
Give me time to prepare.
Alright.
That's interesting. That's smart.
Now at least it's like big and it's not just a small like little orb that freaking.
And you have a warning system.
Yeah.
You just get used to it. It's like the one with the lightning that comes down and strikes.
Yeah.
That one's a pain in the ass.
I think this is one of the more tame ones that you can get.
Yeah, better gear. Bosses are down. Listen.
For my first one,
Incoming.
I actually had one where it was every single enemy will explode with the fire aspect after you kill them. And I was like, wow. In those tight rooms, it's freaking all hell.
I need time to prevent that.
Man, my health regen is next level.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even having to take potions because I'm healing.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I was playing Rogue as well. I was like, can you even die? Like, if you build it right, you can just get crazy health regen.
My damage output's a little low because of my gear. It's a little under leveled.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all like really good quality, but they're like 56, and I'm, you know. Jesus,
Yeah,
dude.
my gear is just, I haven't taken the time to update anything to the maximum potential just because I don't have the aspects on it that I want. I'm like, I'm not gonna waste time on it until I find like the perfect gear. But also I think compared to a lot of people that run Sorcerer, a lot of people struggle with getting like one-shotted.
You know what I've noticed too is your build's weird.
Yeah, it is. I have 2 defensives. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
you oh wow, what happened?
I got one-shotted.
The bubble?
Yeah.
I think you got 2-shotted. One from the explosion of his corpse, and then from that thing.
Yeah. But I run 2 defensive, so I have ice armor and flame shield. So basically, it neglects damage.
That's what I
twice.
run. And then you have the iceberg thing, which is another basic, like a big shield too,
Frost,
and like
Frost
real
Nova.
emergencies. Yeah, I use that too.
And then I have blizzard.
But you're set up to like
and
you
deep
like
freeze.
a farm. You're set up to farm.
Yeah, definitely.
Like mobs.
It's like a crowd control.
Mm-hmm. Which is dope when we're running together though. So I'm not concerned.
I actually set this up just so that I could play with my mom if she ever got back on this game. Because her whole thing is
Is she not gonna?
She plays, but she can only play for so long before she's like, okay, I'm getting like motion sickness from it.
Oh, that sucks.
Because her whole thing is like, she didn't like it when we were playing with my brother, because my brother plays a necromancer and she doesn't like seeing like additional people that she doesn't actually have to kill. And then also I think her biggest thing is that she has to find a class that she wants to play. I set her up as a barbarian because I was like, this is the easiest to like maintain.
That's what everybody told me too, but I fucking hated it. Excuse my language.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
There are a few things that I could not, like, out of any game I've played, that is my least favorite class, was the barbarian in this.
Yeah. That's what she was saying. She's
I
got
really
max
doesn't
level
like it.
with it. Or like level 50, not max level. But yeah, she was like, I don't like playing it anymore. I was like, oh, well, you can start up a new class. She's like, maybe. I was like, okay. But even with the seasonal content, she has to start up a new character anyways. So, to get all the perks of it. So, I was like,
I'm
why
looking
don't
forward to
you-
other classes because
I think
when they release like the monk, I know they're
Yeah,
releasing
yeah,
the
yeah.
monk, and I think a death knight, or I know they're going to talking about a vampire too.
Yeah, Vampire was pretty, not super popular, but like pretty popular. Is in like the top 5 classes, I think. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, a lot of bosses. They're in the back.
Yeah. But yeah, I think
Oh,
a
I
lot
got
of people
feared, I'm
are
out.
looking for. I just got. I got one-shotted. Oh my gosh. This is why I have 2 defensive though, so that
Whoa,
I can
whoa,
try
whoa, whoa,
and-
whoa. Holy shit.
Yeah, I should start to kill some of these guys
Did you res yourself?
here. Yeah, I did.
Oh, I would have had you. Like, I just
I'll
needed
kill the
to.
shaman, kill the shaman. He's the guy that's just rezzing them over and over again.
Yep.
Alright, there we go. What the?
Oh. God. My shit's not.
I'm getting
There we go.
one-shotted by the corpse though.
You should be good. Dude, that was 5 bosses, just so you know.
Yeah, just grouped up together.
Yep.
Plus the freaking passive hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Okay, I popped like 4 potions there, just so you know, so that's the only reason why I'm alive.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
But also mine is kind of weird because I don't have like great mana regen. So
That'll
it's
come
like-
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, get out of there.
But
I do that a
think
bubble
with the
and fire.
aspects, I'll eventually get it to where I get the perfect setup.
Yeah, I'm playing my rogue a little different too than
Careful, careful.
what I had first intended. Ow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna kill you and I just broke all your shit.
Just got done with the world boss? Damn. So you used up the whole time then?
What? It took that long for the world boss?
He is on level tier 1, so it's like a lot of people that are probably playing for the first time.
Wow.
Because there are people that I've noticed when I was playing World Tier 1 where people like sit in the back because they're afraid of dying. But I'm like, unless
Oh,
you're
I know,
playing
yeah, yeah.
hardcore, like you shouldn't really be afraid to die.
Well, that and you're gonna die more in the front than you are more in the back than you are the front.
Yeah.
All of them do like crazy damage to back people, like people in the back.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oop, I'm froze.
Fuck.
can't get out of here. Why can't I move? Yeah, I'll get you like 2 shakes of a lamb still. Up that guy first. Up this guy second. Hold on. There we go. I hate this because I have to be close to this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have got you, man. I was just...
It's alright. It's alright. I need to actually see about...
So what, does that thing just wait till we're fighting people? And then... That's weird.
Well, I think it's supposed to just happen gradually over time.
I need time to prepare that.
Oh?
But yeah, I think it like waits until we're actually doing something to do something.
That potion just disappeared right in front of me.
I think it's a timer. Like, I think you have a minute and a half to do whatever. And then I'm pretty much done.
We're at the door.
Alright, hold on. I need to go and
I need more time.
friggin' rebuild my stuff real quick. Prepare it, because I'm down to 30%.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad.
No, it's okay. It's literally what the sorcerer is, though. Like, you, at a certain point, if you're not like tip-top shape, you're gonna get one-shotted by most things. And I should have better gear by now, but I don't, because I'm freaking holding out to try and get the best stuff. So
Forge awaits your return.
that's literally like, it's my own fault. Because by now I should have like 2 or 3 things that actually are for my build, but I just keep on having the worst luck of not rolling them. Alright.
This guy shouldn't be too bad though.
Yeah, should be fine. I think because it's a single target, it's a lot easier.
I need time.
I'm a boss killer. My guy is 100% a boss killer.
Yeah.
I'm not ready yet. I need time to prepare that.
Holy shit.
I need time.
I really like almost died there. I'm probably like a fraction. Did I get it?
Oh,
this
yeah.
time? Let's see. Is this the one that I need? Yes. This is literally the thing that I've been waiting for. Nice.
What? Yeah, I'm not having really good luck. My shit's 60 and I'm like 69. Sorry. I'm immature as fuck.
Okay, I guess we're just going to upgrade this since I don't have the actual glyph that I want.
It should have been like a lot of experience for you though.
Yeah, I leveled up once. But I basically leveled up 1.5 times.
I think that's good at this level for a dungeon.
Yeah. 25, I don't know if I would be able to survive. I think I'd probably get one-shotted a lot of the time.
Yeah, that ancestral was a. I'm happy you talked me out of that.
Yeah. I think we would need at least like one other person to try and balance whatever the passive hunting thing was for us.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing with that stuff yet. Man, there are so many names I can't read. That dude's name's a bunch of signals.
Oh yeah, he's Japanese.
Oh, that's right, because you're on the... Okay.
Asia, yeah. Alright. Yeah, you have
That's...
the ones that fit in the box like setting, where it's like you could imagine it in a box. That's Chinese or Mandarin. And then the ones that are kind of like if you were to just swoosh it around, that's Japanese, where it's like spaced between the lines. That's Japanese. And then Korean is more like a hybrid of the two. Alright.
Do you want me to make another one, or do you want to make one?
You can go ahead. I'm trying to do my tree right now. I'm trying to figure out why it's not allowing me to do anything right now. Dun 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 dun.
Sacred. So another 11 through 15?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay. Okay, I got one with the lightning storm,
Okay.
and then killing a monster releases a deadly lightning pulse after a short delay.
Okay.
Or I can just make more. Let's make more. I don't like any of those.
Let's see. Icefall. Preview. Yeah, I think Icefall is the one I'm gonna go with.
Okay, they're empowered elites. They're poison enchanted. That sounds like it's the way to go. Yeah. It's in a different place too. In 1 sec, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Alright.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about
Trying to figure out my tree. The tree that I want.
Oh, take your time. I was just setting it up. And there is... They need a waypoint in Hollows, like right on that coast and Hollows are. That's not so bad. I'll go to it so you can just port to me.
I'll just do this one. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's actually a pretty good one right there.
I went the wrong way. Okay. I hate the swamp because there's no waypoint markers in it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It shouldn't be that bad though. It's just like WoW. WoW was the same way.
Okay. I need to get a good wand, but I keep on getting like daggers instead of freaking wands. I'm
Yeah,
like,
wands are like, for me, they're so much faster, so much better.
yeah, yeah. Well, as you get higher level, it's definitely worth having a wand over anything else.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are thrown off by the fact that when you click over the wand, it's showing it as a decreased, like a stat.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's not with the offhand. You combine them, it's way
Yeah.
better than the stat.
But my whole thing is that I haven't got a wand that's actually like decent. It's always just, and then also every wand has a lucky hit increase, so that's a thing too. But
do you save all your good gear,
all my sacred and legendary stuff? For now, I do, just because I need to read, and I'm hoping that eventually they'll patch it and be like, okay, this is actually good, because there's certain things on there that I'm like, I have perfect rolls of things.
What do you need?
And so I keep it because it's perfect, like it's the maximum out of its potential.
I'll take it.
But in reality, most of the time, the reason I'm saving it is because I need to go ahead and like actually read it and see if it's worth saving it or not. So currently, there's only like 2 or 3 things I'm actually keeping for myself. Everything else, like off stream, I'll probably look at it and be like, okay, this is garbage. Just get rid of this. But yeah, most of the stuff that I have is just stuff that I'm gonna throw away.
I forgot that you were 10 levels under me.
Yeah.
No wonder you're dying. I feel bad.
No, you're fine.
We should go to your world.
No, this is
Does that
my
make
world.
a difference though? Oh.
I'm the host, so let me go ahead and get this aspect off of this, and then go ahead.
I'm in no rush, dude.
Let me extract this. And then I'll just put that on here. Wait. Sacred offensive aspect. Deal 30%. Do I need that though? Don't think that I do. No, I don't. Okay. Oh, I should have upgraded this before I donated it, but that's okay. Alright.
I need time to do that.
And then let me go over here. I will come over here and update this.
What will it be?
Okay. Upgrade this item. Okay. I can teleport to you. There we go. Because I have the reason that I keep all of them is because I'm just like literally reading and seeing if I'm going to keep all of them. Because there's certain builds that I read something and I'm like, oh, that would actually be good if you paired this and this and this and this. But
yeah, I think I fucked up my glyph board a little bit, my Paragon board, just a little bit.
Oh, what tier is this?
It's the only one I had, so it's the same.
Okay.
We're not gonna run into problems until he leaves.
Yeah.
Because they're empowered.
I think it's just because I put the new aspect of my thing on here. I do 60% more damage to basically every single spell that I have.
That'd probably do it, dude.
Yeah. I'm like, why is this so much easier? And it's because I have a staff that actually does its job. We have been cursed with the shrine.
Any time to prevent that.
Oh, it's a...
Oh, I got a wand that's sacred. Let's see if this is actually the one that I want. That'd be freaking awesome if it is. But I think there's only 2 or 3 good wands in the current meta. So what I'm trying to do.
Jesus.
Any time to prevent that. Any time to prevent that.
Miss me, fucker. Sorry.
You're fine. There's a reason that my stream is adult only.
Time.
Yeah, man, I have the worst potty mouth I'm being. And... crap. All that work for a bunch of bullshit.
19% increased critical strike chance against injured enemies while you're healthy. Okay, as a mage, that's kind of useless.
I wonder if they have like random generator and that kind of shit.
Maybe.
It took me forever to realize that the guys that are glowing, you have to get rid of them.
Oh yeah.
It took me so long. I was like, why isn't nobody dying when I shoot them? And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, they're empowered by that guy glowing. I'm stupid.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that are playing sorcerer that like choose the glass cannon aspect, and that's good if you can like hit your shots from afar. But if you get into a situation like this where everyone's like in your face, then you can get melted and you can die like all the time. That's why I take three defensive stats, because literally it's impossible a lot of the time when you're just like going around to die.
Got it.
Nice.
Pause.
I need time to prepare that. I need time to prepare that.
Yeah, I gotta get used to playing with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all the
I'm noticing like
frost.
when we work great. And then when I fuck up and I don't do it right, I mess the whole cycle up.
Yeah, like I quite literally made this just to be a support character to whoever I was playing with.
Across the Delta was a little bit
I didn't mean to hit
tricky,
that,
but
sorry.
I've had tougher. Now I just need to find this cursed pool, collect a flask full, and get back to the ridge to grab my coins. Easy going.
There we go. And there.
I need time to prepare
What am I retrieving? That was weird. It made me pick something up that I didn't expect.
The statues. You have to return the statues, and that's how you activate the next area.
Man, those dudes have a lot of life. Those double axe guys.
Yeah.
I'm not ready yet.
There we go.
I'm not ready yet.
Yes, I was hitting my traps too early.
Yeah.
I gotta wait till your freeze thing wears off, so it's like a double hold.
Yeah, yeah. So that you can have the biggest area of effect.
Mm-hmm. Oh. My bad. Wow. I've never seen that before.
Time to prepare that.
God, these things have so much life.
Yeah, I think it's really good though, cause like literally I'm freezing things, and so you're not getting hit nearly as much. And it's just like you can just melt them away.
I'm not ready yet.
I think that's part of the reason that I don't die nearly as much as most mages, is just because I have the like multiple step chance of freezing enemies over.
I'm not ready yet.
Oh, I fucked up my rotation.
I'm not ready yet. I need time to prepare that. I need time to prepare that.
Oh. Blech. You know what I don't like about playing a rogue?
What's that?
That the crossbows do more damage than the bows. That makes me mad.
Yeah.
I want a bow, not a crossbow. What's the...
Yeah, I know, it's the same thing. I was like, your bows look so cool, and then you go ahead and make a crossbow that looks like ass, but it's the only thing that can freaking be viable. It should be that
They do a
even if you
little less
have-
damage, but they're way faster.
Yeah. I'm sure that someone will say something, and then someone will be like, fine, we'll go ahead and fix it.
Yeah, I'll take speed over damage immediately.
Yeah.
I'm not ready yet.
Where'd they come from?
I have no idea. The next area, I guess. Maybe across the bridge here.
Oh, yeah.
This is a big one.
I need time to
There we go. Yeah, I did it right that time.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
Really? What's up, dude?
That's my favorite thing, is like when they just put a single guy after you've killed like multiple bosses in an area. I'm like, really, you just watched me decimate your entire clan here, and you want to take your chance at sending a little pawn at me. This
Like-
game,
I want to die with my friends. Ah.
literally.
I don't know if I'd be like that.
I would think like most people would just be like, you know what? He took out the guy in the tank. Me as an
I'd go tell his
infantry
parents
guy.
that he's a dipshit and shouldn't have rushed in.
You're like, you know what? I'm out of here. You know, like the grunts from Halo. Like once you kill the freaking arbiters, they're like, you know what? I'm out of here.
Yeah. Oh man, I haven't played Halo in so long. I used to have so much fun with my little brother playing that.
Yeah.
What is
It
this
makes
shit?
sense. This is the final boss. This guy's way too easy.
He gets harder.
I don't know. We're gonna
Nope.
stun him here, so he's about to get pure damage, and we should be able to melt him down. Yeah, see, not even a tier 2, it just jumps to tier 1.
My bags are full.
Is that it?
Uh,
There it is.
There it is. I was like, did we break the game? It was like, no, you did this too fast. You don't get it.
Yeah, you know what? How about... Fuck you.
My bags are full.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, we make a good team.
Yeah, definitely.
Once you catch up in levels, man, like, it'll be easy mode. And I don't mean that in an Eddie Haskell kind of way, you know, like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm so high above you. I don't mean it like that.
No, never.
Because I just have no life.
Okay. What is this? Wow, that is literally, wow, the worst. The worst.
Like, if I was
roll.
poison imbued, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Critical strikes with poison imbued skills have up to a 10% chance to create a toxic pool that deals 3,000 poisoning damage over 3 seconds to enemies within. While I'm standing in the pool, your poison imbued skill has no cooldown and no charge limit.
Damn.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's especially since you can get multiple things that are like poison specific.
That's insane. I'm shadow imbued because of the blow ups. I like when they
Yeah,
blow up because
yeah.
they blow everybody else up.
I think poison was meta like 3 or 4 patches ago. But now I think it's shadow currently.
I like shadow. I like my build a lot, but I'm not getting good gear.
Yeah, that's the thing though, right? Like, I feel like every single time that I'm not doing, like, hunting for that specific type of gear, I'm getting stuff for it every single time. But then as soon as I switch over to whatever I'm trying to get, and I'm trying to farm more of it, it's like, no, you're not allowed to have any more gear for that.
Do you think they do that on purpose?
I don't know. Maybe there might be like a slight deviation in the code to like where if you're running a certain thing, then it's like you can't get more of it. Or is it less
See, I want to
common for
switch.
you?
I want to switch to bows, and I want daggers, but I'm stuck with swords and a crossbow.
Yeah.
So I'm running both weapons I don't want,
My burden is too
and that
great.
upsets me. That bows suck that much.
Oh, I forgot that I have all these on here.
I gotta look up the gear that I want, and then hunt it down with dungeon does what, where it's at, what tier to go. You know.
I'm still looking for freaking. There we go. Element. Yes. This is what I want.
That's somewhere. Right there. Ranger. Remember Ranger. Damn it.
Okay, now I can go down here and replace this. With elementalist. There you go.
So that goes in there. And then, meh. I might want to switch the glyph I have. Man, game's too complicated sometimes.
Oh, for sure. Literally, there's a lot of the old school Diablo players are actually saying that the Paragon board and the skill trees are too easy. Because it used to be
Wait, what?
where, yeah, it used to be where like a lot of the skill trees
Really?
in old games were like a little bit more complicated, or you actually had to like read up and compare things. Versus now, people are like, oh, it's too easy and straightforward. I'm like, I don't think so. Like, I think it's a nice balance of being complicated and not complicated at the same time.
Maybe some people are just a-holes.
Yeah, they're like, only I can be the best. I want it to be where
Yeah.
like me and my friends are the only ones that can actually be the best. But
I
at the
have
same time, like
an MIT degree.
yeah, the fact that PvP isn't really a thing that rewards you is like, I don't know why people are like, only I want to be the best or something. I have no idea.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
Like if PvP was a thing where it actually rewarded you, like you got their gear or whatever, and it was, you know, even though I'm severely under leveled compared to you, like I could just go and take all your stuff, then like sure, you know, the argument could be made.
Yeah,
but
but
like right now where it's just, you know, people just going about doing things, like it doesn't need to be more complicated.
it was really weird to me too that you have to mark yourself in a PvP area for PvP in order to PvP.
Yeah, I think that
Like when I
weird
first went
too.
into the blood area, you know, the PvP area, I was panicking. I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to get ganked. Like,
Yeah,
you know, I was
yeah,
thinking,
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, I can't even get ganked because I didn't mark myself to get ganked. Like, who
Yeah.
the hell is gonna mark themselves to get ganked?
Yeah. I think really, and a lot of the times that I've gone to the PvP areas, like no one actually really wants to fight. They just want to do like the Tree of Whispers
Blood.
stuff or whatever. Or yeah,
Or
do
those
like the
blood seeds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. But I have gone in there multiple times, and there's just been like one or two people that are like maximum level or close to the maximum level, and they just like, I don't know, want to show off how easy it is for them to like one-shot you. I'm like, dude, I'm a sorcerer. Like, it doesn't take much to fucking one-shot me.
Ooh, I might do this. Hmm. Where's this one at?
I could actually go and do that real quick and take that and view that on my ring, because that would actually be
Oh. I found a cool one that frost damage does 10% more damage for you.
Hmm.
But it's a lightning thing, so we're gonna have to get under that little dome thing when it comes up.
Alright, let me call my girlfriend real quick, because now it's 2:12.
Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot about that.
See her and freaking wake her up and be
It's
like,
date night. Are you gonna win her a stuffed animal?
No,
Are you gonna
there's
take her
not-
to a nice steak dinner and never call her again?
There's not too many of those here. Like, really, time zone is like the only thing that you can really go for. There's not like state carnivals here in Singapore.
Are you gonna like take her out for some potato salad and then never call her again?
Yeah. Potato salad. I don't know if she likes potato salad or not. I think she
Dude.
does.
I don't trust anybody who doesn't like potato salad.
There used to be a really good German place, like 15 minutes away from my house, and made the best potato salad where it was just like the right amount of like tart, right amount of sweetness, a right amount of crunch. Where it's like
My mom is Nordic, so like I have Polish and German and Nordish descent, and then on my dad's side I'm Scottish and Irish.
damn.
So like Polish food to me is so good.
No wonder you guys are all fucking built up like tanks. That makes so much
Yeah,
more
it's
sense
creepy.
now.
Yeah, it's creepy.
I'm like,
We're like
your brother was
thoroughbred.
12 and throwing 98 mile per hour fucking balls. I'm like, how
80,
does that...
89.
All right, 89, 89. There you go.
Yeah, 89.
I was like, hold up. You have like some really fucking good
He used to
genes
throw
here.
crab apples at me for sport, you know, just for fun,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, yeah.
Holy shit.
Come home with bruises.
I'd have welts, dude. Like massive. It felt like it was breaking bones when he'd hit you with them, dude.
Yeah.
It was no fun. He was such a jerk.
Yeah, literally. I've never like seen how fast I can throw something. I can throw a pretty good fastball, but like
It's scary facing it down because he'd like make me practice with him, and I'd have to stand in the box.
Yeah.
At like he's 4 years older than me, so he's 12. I'm 8, trying to hit an 80 mile an hour. You know, like, oh my god, it's terrifying.
Sometimes it's a little bit more, sometimes it's a little bit less.
Yeah, and he doesn't have much control at 12. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Hasn't been practicing
was
for very long.
There's a few lights out moments. You know, like I've probably had like 8 unnecessary concussions in my life.
Yeah, the only time that I've ever actually gotten rocked was when I was doing Aikido, and it was the very first time where like I was going against one of my friend's dads, and she was my partner because we were like basically the same size, so we'd be constantly freaking like partnered up, and it started to get to the techniques that were like how to defend from someone that's like coming from behind you. And so basically you would like mount the other person from behind and like basically like a bear hug from behind, but because we were like kids, but like we were teenagers already, he didn't like that and he thought that it was like sexual, but I always just saw her as like my sister. So I was like, you know, it's whatever. But like one time he's like, oh, you know, like, Austin, come over here, freaking, you know, let me show you how you're actually supposed to do it. And he like took me and flipped me, and I hit my head so fucking hard, like I literally was like dazed for a couple seconds. I was just like, wow, like I felt that shit.
Yeah, I took Taekwondo as a kid.
But this is like,
I was
this guy, he's the same size as you guys, where I think he's
I
like
know.
6'4" or 6'5".
Dude, when it
and
comes
like
to like hip throws and shit like that, you don't have to be big.
And this dude, no, this guy was 6'4", 6'5", 250 pounds of lean muscle. And I was probably like I was probably 6 foot. And like
that's the cool thing about throws is it doesn't matter your size.
Maybe
like
100.
my sister could do that to you.
60,
My sister
70
could do that to you.
pounds.
Easy. It's all about like hip position and just using your own body weight against them.
But
you know what I mean?
He's like, "You ready?" And I was like, "Sure, I guess." And he just like flipped
Oh,
me.
did
And
he
I
just
hit my
like
fucking? He made an example. He's like, "Don't fucking get too close to my daughter again." And I was just like, "All right." And I fucking hit the mat with my head, because the first thing that you like learn is how to actually like properly fall, right? Like how to counter getting thrown and everything else. And like he just full force Like, even though it's all about cooperation, he like full force like manhandled me to the max and
Like-
fucking like and pounded me into the fucking ground, and I hit my head so fucking
Like-
hard. I was just like, God damn.
Doors hammered you. Yeah, I get
Yeah,
it.
like,
Like
literally,
leverage you
like-
at the end.
Like he
Yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
easily could like single arm my ass at that point. Like if he wanted to. Like this guy worked out like every single day. And fucking
Yeah.
he could easily like chuck me across the room with a single arm.
I was playing football. My football coach made us run these sprints where we couldn't drink water until they were done. So you're basically running 6 miles in the heat with your gear on with no water.
Yeah.
And I was complaining. And he was like, "What was that?" And I told him he needed to eat some shit.
Yeah.
And this dude, I swear he grabbed me by my neck and like picked me a foot off the ground in full football gear and put me up against the wall. I was like, "Oh, okay, so I don't talk to this guy like that."
You got a reality check, a dose of reality real
Like-
quick. Like, I'm so
When
sorry,
we-
sir. Let me take that back.
That's exactly what I said.
Do I need a wax
I
your
opened
car
up my
later?
fat mouth. I opened up my fat mouth. I'm a piece of shit. I'm so sorry. I went back to my
was
friends, and my
literally just
friend
talking
goes,
to my friends. It was not you, sir.
and my friend Conan, his name was Conan, he looks at me and he goes, "Dude, you just got straight up fucking Darth Vadered."
Yeah, literally.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, literally.
That shit hurt.
Yeah, that's literally what it was like. He like literally picked me up. I remember he's like, "Oh, Austin, you're not grabbing me properly." I was like, "Okay," and he just like picked me up, and I was literally just like, I felt like a fucking backpack. Like he's just like, "Actually, hold on to me." I was like, okay," but like you're fucking 5 inches taller than I am, so I can't like really get a good grip on you. He's like, "Here you go, this is how you do it." I was just like, okay. I was just like floating, and he's like, "And then you take it and you flip them," and I was just like, okay, and whack, I hit the fucking floor. And there's a sound of like a good flip, and then there's a sound of a bad flip where it's like, you know, that person didn't land right, and you that was bad. Everyone's like, "Austin, are you okay?" I was like, "I think so." Like, what day is it today? Is it Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday.
Yep. Those hurt. I hate the noise too you hear in the center of your head when you hit your head hard like that.
Yeah.
It's like a
Didgeridoo.
Yeah, almost. That did sound like a didgeridoo, but yeah. It's a lot. And then the fucking shooting stars out of the corner of your eyesight. Like you're going into warp drive.
Yeah, definitely.
Stupid. I was so reckless when I was a kid.
Yeah. But that's the thing about like football and all these other contact sports is like, you get hit one time and you're like, "I'm never gonna allow that to happen ever again." And then also you start to like put it on other people. You're like, "Okay, now I'm gonna hit that motherfucker as soon as I can, as hard as he did to me."
The problem with it is like that old adage, like there's always someone bigger and badder. It's 100% true.
Oh yeah.
So as awesome as you think you are and how much pain you're gonna inflict on everybody else, there's always that one dude who's just like, "Okay, I'm sick of seeing my friends get hurt," and he just cleans your clock.
Yeah, that was always me, cause like I always refused to do like football and rugby because I was always scared being like the biggest kid in my class, and even like the upperclassmen. I was always scared to like.
It's
if
a
I hit
bullseye.
this person,
It's a bullseye. When you're a big kid, everybody wants the like credit of beating the shit out of you.
Yeah, well, that I wasn't too afraid of getting roughhoused, because like my dad, even when we were kids, he's always like, you know, you guys can play rough, and like, you know, you're a big kid, so you got to go and play with the big boys.
Oh man, I was bullied so bad in high school. It was horrible.
Like my whole
Once
thing
I quit football, it was over. It was open territory.
My whole thing was I was afraid of like, I'd see my friend get hurt, and I'm like, okay, you've got a target on you, and like I'd just see the fucking red, like the bowl in the red, like it's just over.
My son's like that, dude. It's amazing how much you're like my son.
Like literally.
My son is so gentle and kind, but like if his friend's getting hurt, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Like that was the thing for middle school and high school. Like my brother started getting into middle school, so in Jakarta when we were there, the elementary schools were by themselves, and then middle school and high school were joint at the same campus, but it's like a college-sized campus. But as a high schooler,
That's how my son's school is.
yeah, as a high schooler, you get to go ahead and roll over to the middle school if you want in your free periods. So I remember because my brother was scrawny for the longest time, and everyone's like, oh, you're Austin's brother, like he's the top shit, like, you know, who are you compared to him? And I was just like, oh, is that really something that's happening? And he was 2 grades below me, so he had, you know, the top dogs of middle school, which was 8th graders picking on him and 7th graders picking on him, and I was already a freshman, and I was just like, you know, but I was big enough to be a senior already as a freshman, and like
That's how I was.
no one picked on me at all. Like I was friends with everyone. I didn't have a single like clique or whatever that I was, you know, with.
Oh
so
no, I got it bad.
I got to freaking roam around with everybody. And I remember like one day my brother got on the bus and he had like a few bruises, and I was just like, what the fuck happened to you? And he's like, oh, you know, doesn't matter. I was like, give me a name. And he's like, no. But he had other friends that were also in his grade, and I was like, okay, did any of you also get beat up? And they're like, yeah, we all got beat up. And I was like, did you guys get beat up together? And they're like, yeah, of course, like we all stuck up for your brother, and like we're all friends. I was like, good. It's better that you guys all got beat up a little bit than like one kid that got beat up like a lot. I was like,
for sure,
who did it? And they're like, oh, you know, it was this person. Hold on, my dad's calling. Hello?
Hey, food's getting cold.
Okay.
Hurry up.
Alright, bye. But I was like, who did this? And they're like, oh, it was this person. And I was like, really? Like this person? And it was like a upperclassman that actually went in there and freaking like I think he was like a sophomore or junior, and he went all the way over there to like pick on him. And I was just like, the fuck? And I went over to them. I was like, you really went over to like pick on like a 6th grader or a 7th grader, or no, sixth grader, so like fresh into middle school. You went over there to beat up a bunch of 6th graders? And he's like, well, yeah, what the fuck do you think you are? Like, you gonna do something about it? And at this time I was like basically a black belt, but I didn't have my black belt yet because of the age restriction. And so I was like, okay, like I'll just I'll catch you sometime. And like I just remember getting like free period and seeing him, and like I literally was like, you know, remember that kid that you beat up the other day? And he's like, which one? And he's like chuckling about it like it was like something that he got off on. I was like, oh, there's the really small kid out of the bunch that you really like bruised up. And was like, yeah. And I was just like, this is for him. And I like proceeded to just like break his arm right there. And freaking, he's like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, well, you know, you should probably go to the nurse's office and then go to the hospital, because I'm pretty sure that's broken pretty good now. So just go ahead and deal with that. He's like, what the fuck, dude? I was like, look, you don't pick on little kids. Like, literally, I don't care. And he probably had like a good 30 pounds on me, but because I was like actively in that space of just like fighting and, you know, in that like whole like let's go ahead and wrestle or whatever every single week and practicing that, like he just didn't know how to handle it. And I was like, why don't you pick on someone your own size? And just literally, I just remember him, I think I basically took him and I threw him, and then he proceeded to like fall down some stairs, and that's actually what broke his arm. I didn't actually like break his arm in any sort of lock or anything, but yeah, he fell down the stairs and he blacked out, and I sat there and waited until he woke up, and I was like, I'm gonna go and get the nurse for you, stay here, don't say anything. And freaking it came back, and I was like, you know, yeah, I think he fell down the stairs or something like that. And it's like a really hot day, so he was probably dehydrated and just passed out. I just found him like this. And freaking I remember like the next week he got his cast and he came back and he's like, if you ever need anyone to be talked to, like, I'll take care of it. And I was like, okay. And I think me like coming over and like showing him up and being like putting him in his place like earned his respect or something like that in like the most backwards way possible. And just he like was like, if anyone ever messes with you again or your brother, like, I'll take care of it. And I was like, I think I already proved the case in point that I could take care of both of us, but you know, that's fine. But like he was like literally the school bully for like the whole time that we were there, and like everybody was like, oh shit, someone broke his arm. And like eventually got around that I was the one that did it, and everyone was like, okay, never mind, like let's, not that anyone was trying to fuck with me or my brother anyways, but like definitely no one was doing it after that. And like my sister eventually got into middle school because she was only a grade below my brother, and like no one wanted to date her because they're like, what kind of brother?
My sister was the same way.
What kind of what if that happened to just someone that was picking on his brother? Like, what would happen if someone broke her heart or whatever? And I was just like, you know.
Yeah. Well, my sister, so my sister's 4 years younger than me. I started music when I was like 16. I was playing in punk bands and like heavy metal bands. So I knew everybody. I was cool with everybody. And like my sister kept trying to date all the people that hung out with me. And they're like, no way.
I'm not gonna
no
do
way.
that. Yeah,
No fucking way.
I was the kid.
I felt bad for her. I was like, you need to find a new dating pool.
I was the kid that literally was good at anything and everything that I tried, except for instruments. I never got into instruments at all, or music in any.
It's the only thing I'm good at.
In any real aspect of it, but
I can make pizzas really good too.
I can
That's
cook
about
really
it.
well. I've been cooking since I was like 10. So.
Yeah, no, when I was in high school though, like when I quit the football team, they were pissed I quit because I was good.
Yeah, everybody wanted me to get on the rugby team, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna. And my dad was like, you should go out for it, and I was like, nah. But then we started playing with adults, because he'd be like, you know, someone's sick this week, we need someone else to play, or else we're gonna have to call it. And I was like, okay, I'll stand in for that guy. And everyone would be like, who is this kid? Like, you know, because I had like a higher pitched voice than everybody else, because I was just a kid. And freaking my dad would be like, oh, he's my son, but just like treat him like one of the guys, like you can hit him as hard as you want. And everyone's like, all right, you know. And freaking they'd be like, you know, like, hey bud, like I'm just gonna, you know, hold you here, like we don't have to really go at it. And I'm like, nah, that's not how it works. Like, I'm gonna hit you hard. And then
rugby's a hard sport.
I'd hit them, and they'd be like, oh shit, like this guy's for real. And they'd have like 2 or 3 guys just blocking me and trying to hold me down. But
I cannot do that here.
Yeah, once I quit football, it was like open season on me. Like all the football kids, all the jocks, like started coming after me.
Yeah.
So it got bad. They like cut my hair because I was growing it out because I was in heavy metal bands. There was like 5 of them that held me down and they cut my hair and shit. Like, it's pretty shitty.
Yeah. Well, if you're a part of the scene, then they're like, oh yeah, we'll take care of you. But as soon as you're no longer part of it, it's like, who are you?
Yeah, I went from being like a football douchebag to being like in choir class and band.
Yeah.
And playing the piano, you know what I mean? Like
that must have
it was
been
like a total 180.
Yeah. That must have been like so freaking different for everybody else.
Stopped wearing Nike, started wearing like Pearl Jam shirts and shit. You know what I mean? Like it was like an instant into like I just fell in love with music, man.
Yeah. I like music and like I respect people that do it, but just I never really got into it. And my parents were like, especially here in Asia, there's so many people that can teach you like how to play piano or violin and like, all this other stuff. And like, do any of you guys want to do that? And I was like, nah, dude. Like,
dude, the next time you're at like a bar or you're in a place that has a jukebox or loud music playing, just study people. Like I've always been like, I study people. Like I watch them.
I do that.
Watch how
I do
watch
that
how
every
quick
single time
somebody's mood changes when the right song comes on. It's instant.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like an
yeah.
instant release.
Yeah.
I just fell in love
It's
with
like
that.
a
Like,
switch
man,
just
it's like a
turns on.
switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
The
so
lights
cool
are
to
finally
watch.
on, and you're able to see everything clearly.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh, you know, they're in the moment. Like if you watch them at a concert, they're in the
only
moment.
thing that has done that other than music that I've seen, there's two things that have done that, and that's food and food, music, and
Music and
movies.
sports.
Movies, I've seen movies move people, but I think it's because it's
Movies and sports. Like if you watch people at a football game,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
not thinking about their bills. You
yeah,
know.
definitely. But like food, movies, and music. But I think it's because music is kind of like, our movies are kind of like a combination of music and, you know, plays and all that.
Yeah, it's a
sort
lot
thing.
of things.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
But
I've
yeah,
seen-
I fell in love with that. I love the idea. I thought of it as like public service. You know.
Yeah, no, it's definitely cool. Here in Singapore, it's kind of interesting. So you have to actually go and get a ticket to be able to perform live for, like, you know, like in the US you have people that go and do like public outings where they're, you know, just playing instruments, and you can put up a little donation cup or whatever. Here you can't
Yeah, I'd
do,
never
that
do that.
unless you have to go and get a ticket that says that you can do that. And basically it's like X Factor or, you know, American Idol, where you have to go and prove in front of like 3 or 4 people that actually judge people for a living for their musical talents.
Oh
that
wow,
you
that's
are good
fantastic.
enough to actually
Yeah.
ask and prompt for money. Because like literally here it's like frowned upon to actually like beg, because there's no poverty here supposedly, and like no one's homeless here. But literally it's like you have to be good enough to ask for people to hand out money to you. I was like, oh,
That's really
kinda
cool,
interesting.
actually.
And like it makes for good people. Like you never come across anyone that's singing bad, but like also, you know, if people are, you know, confident enough to go ahead and sing bad and ask for money, like sometimes it's just like, you know, when the right song comes on, like you just do a joint song rather than like letting the person just sing horribly by themselves. So
Yeah, like I had, when I would get on stage, it'd be like, I played like, I mean, we're talking like tens, like probably 5,000 plus shows in my life.
yeah,
Easy, like with all the bars and all the like opening up for big bands that would come to Detroit, you know, and they didn't have an opening act, we would jump
Yeah.
in. So like, it was no problem. And then I hit like 25, and I developed like real anxiety and stage fright to the point where I would have to like go talk to myself to be able to even do it.
yeah.
It was like I'd have to get into my own head. It was
Yeah.
crazy how bad it got.
That's how my girlfriend is. So she hosts webinars and all these other things. Like she does this, like, you know, series on, you know, YouTube and everything else for her company, and she's a host for a lot of these things. And I'm like, how can you be the host of like 3 or 4 shows but then also have anxiety? And she's just like, it's just something that happens. I'm like, isn't that interesting though? Like you're so afraid of, like, you know, being
Isn't
in
that
front of
weird?
people, but then you're also doing that for a living.
I know.
And
It's such a strange.
She absolutely loves it. It's just like,
Yep.
she's like, also I hate it at the same time because like I don't like being in front of people. I'm like, okay.
I hate the idea of being judged. I don't like it when people are judging me. Like
Yeah.
I don't. Do you know what I mean? Like
I don't think
I
that
don't wanna-
anyone really enjoys being judged by other people, but then there's like more people that are like, I guess, more acceptant of the fact that people will judge you. But I've always
I think there's
just
some
had
people who
the-
like to make people feel bad. Period, and they're
Oh,
always
yeah,
the
for
loudest.
sure. I've always
So-
had the mentality of like my dad literally explained it to me when I was in like elementary school. He's like, you know, I went to high school with 500 people. I was like, okay. He's like, you know how many of those 500 people that I still talk to today? Is like 2. My brother and like my best friend. It's like those are the only 2 people.
Yeah,
He's like-
it's true.
after you get out of high school, unless you go to college with like all of your friends, like no one's gonna stay in contact with you. And
No,
then,
they're gonna
this
move on.
was in elementary where like Facebook was just starting to really pop off, and like middle school, by middle school I already had like 100 friends on Facebook, and I was like, look at all these friends that I'm gonna have, and like, you know, technology is here, and like I'm gonna stay in contact with all these people. And like after high school, just I literally talked to maybe like 5 or 10 of my friends, and just because like they're just the guys that I'm like, oh yeah, these are my best friends from this school, and this is my best friends from this school over here. So like 5 friends from each of my schools, and I'm like, everybody else, I'm like, unless I really want you to be a point of contact for like a reference or something, like I don't need to have you in my life. Like I have a Facebook, and I think it's like I've had it capped at 300 people, and like all of my friends,
I think I have 33, and it used to be in the thousands.
yeah, all of my friends have like 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 friends, and I'm like, do you actually talk to any of these people? Or like, and I think I could really cut it down to like 50 people, with the vast majority of it being like my family. But
Yeah, same here. Yep.
like
Once I
I'm
moved to
like,
Florida, I quit music, and everybody just dropped off.
yeah, I'm just like,
I wish I would have known that, you know?
yeah, I'm like,
'Cause something happens when you make music with people where it's like a bonding experience, and you become like brothers, you know? Like,
yeah, it's just like being
you're
on a
creating
football
together.
team or whatever. Whenever
it's so
any
much
sort
deeper
of,
than that, man. Like because you're exposing yourself. Like I'm a lyricist and a songwriter, right? So
Yeah.
like there's like a level of exposure. Like it's tender.
oh yeah,
you know
for
what I'm
sure,
saying?
for
Like
sure. You're creating something
So you're
new
like-
versus like making a play or whatever. Like that's just
Yeah, it's
muscle
like a-
memory. Or like you
is
occasionally will
like-
make a good play, and it's like, oh, a good block or whatever, or like good pass, and that's exciting. But like when you're actually creating something fresh and new, like that's
From
never
nothing,
done.
like-
yeah,
and you're doing it as a team. You know what I mean? It creates these bonds, and I thought that would never go away, but it went away real quick. Like real quick.
yeah. That's what I've seen
I
like several documentaries or mockumentaries on like bands, and you see it from like the bands that they were before, and then like when they left those bands to, you know, form up the legendary band that they became, like they just faded out of each other's lives. It's like, you know, and
Yeah.
people were like resenting because, you know, people got successful versus like other people didn't. But like it's like, oh, I really liked, you know, being in a band with you when we were small time, and then it's like, oh well, you know, I'm doing my own thing now. Or like, you know, I have a wife and kids now because, you know, you went off to your
Yeah.
new band, and like we all fell out of it.
I couldn't. The problem with music is you have to keep like a band together, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
I think as you get
I
older,
had-
it's just more difficult because people are like, this doesn't pay the
Well, even in my
bills.
20s,
I have to freaking
you had
get a
heroin.
job.
I had heroin addicts. I had kidney failures from doing drugs too much. I had alcoholics, wife beaters,
Yeah.
and it's just like there was no moral like ground. Like everybody just kind of fell off and turned into assholes.
Yeah. All right.
Trying to keep an alcoholic focused, impossible.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Impossible. All right, man. I'm gonna quit talking. I'll talk to you later, man.
Yeah, yeah. I'll talk to you later too. It's been good sitting here and
Hey,
doing
do me a
some-
favor when you
some,
seeing your girlfriend.
Legions. Oh. When I see my girlfriend, what's up? You like disconnected, I think. Or is it a server update maybe? Cause you're now on the main menu, and so is Is there an update maybe? Oops, I think I left before I finished my joke. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. I was like, you're like, when you see your girlfriend and then you're like disconnected, I was like, okay, is there like an update or something? Did the service just go offline? I still have to take a shower so that we can go out and do whatever. Give her a big fat kiss and tell her it's from John and it won't be weird at all. Okay, okay. See you later. I'll talk to you later.